When you're out like this, Al, is it an opportunity for you to get that real clear headspace and sort of forget about everything?
Yeah, in an ideal world, I think when things are going well, you can get out here and forget about everything and just try and be present and enjoy walking the dogs and chatting to my partner. I suppose when things are going bad, you are sort of constantly thinking about things in your head and what we could have done different and what we could have done better, both personally and collectively. But no, I think every time I come out, I try and just clear my head and have half an hour with the dogs and just try and relax and be as present as I can. Yeah. Of course, I'm just Alex the dog walker when I'm out here, and it's obviously quite hectic and don't get much time to yourself during the summer. So we have to take this time to relax and try and switch off and do things away from cricket. I think as a player, that was a lot easier. Now you're captain, you're involved in a lot more meetings and chats and strategies, and we're already sort of planning for next year, whether that be recruitment or what we can do better internally. So yeah, I think it's still important for me to try and get that time and switch off and get away from the game, but similarly at the same time I'm still sort of involved in planning for next year, so hopefully that goes well and we can improve on what we did this year. And then yeah, moving forward, recruitment wise, Ethan's a proven first-class bowler, really robust injury wise, fingers crossed, and his record speaks for itself. But I think more importantly, who he is as a person, and a few of the boys know him, and he's going to fit really well into the Bears setup. And you know, we met him during the summer when he was looking to move, and as soon as we met him, we wanted to throw a contract at him. So we're really grateful that he's joining the ranks. Hopefully, you know, we've got a good crop of young batters coming through, and you know, I'll just be trying to do what I did last year and try and deliver a volume of runs there as well. Yeah, I don't think it was the season any of us wanted or planned for, really. I think if you look through the season, we had a lot to contend with, but overall I wouldn't say massively disappointing, but we want to be challenging up the other side of the table in red ball cricket, and obviously we lost another quarter final. In white ball cricket, we have to try and take the positives from that. You know, we've topped the group 3 years in a row, so we're clearly doing something right, but you know, we do need to address losing quarterfinals because it keeps happening. I remember conversations at the beginning of this year going, you know, we should really be up there challenging this year. With the bowlers we've got, we're really excited. You know, obviously our batting has performed well and speaks for itself, but I think the bowling attack we had at the beginning of the season, I think, you know, you spoke about expectation earlier, and we had the same expectations ourselves. I remember sitting down with Robbo going, you know, we're in with a really good chance this year. You know, if we just go through those names of Rushworth, Dolby, Hassan Ali, Norwell, Booth, Miles, Rhodes, Barnard. There's a hell of an attack within there. But then, you know, we do feel like we were quite unlucky with guys going down sort of one a week. You know, credit to the guys that did step up and do really well. You know, a lot of people might think they're excuses, what we've had to deal with this year, but they're not. They're facts, really. Moving forward to next year, I'm sure we'll be having the exact same conversation. You know, we've got largely the same bowling attack plus Ethan Bamber, so as long as those guys are fit, we're really excited that we'll be challenging up the other end of the table and not have to deal with what we dealt with this year. Every time I walk out on the pitch and I'm leading the Bears, it's a bit of a pinch me moment, and sort of a few games this year I'm waiting on the sidelines like, come on lads, are we going? And then I realise that I have to go first as captain. And then yeah, walking past the captain's board every day outside the physio office, just seeing my name up there next to some greats, really, is really humbling. And yeah, you know, obviously there's really challenging bits with it, and it's really, you know, it's a bit more time consuming and a lot more goes into it than just being a player, but no, I've definitely taken points to. I mean, a lot of people have asked me throughout the year, has the captaincy helped your batting? I suppose the answer is I don't know. I think a lot of hard work went in the winter for me on red ball cricket and batting longer periods of time, and I suppose there is an element of you know, when you are captain, you want to be the man, you want to take responsibility, and the message that you're giving in the dressing room to the boys, you have to be the one to deliver on it. So maybe there is something in that, but no, I don't know, maybe just getting a little bit older, a little bit more experienced, you know, really settled at the club now, and yeah, I think just a combination of those things, really, hard work and a lot of work on the mental side of the game, just as much as, well, probably more than the technical. yeah, it just went all right. But for me, it's about consistency. I'm hungry for more, and I want to keep being the man that sort of scores that bulk of runs in all forms of cricket, really. You know, I'm definitely open to any conversation with anyone about the Essex decision and the Somerset decision in particular. But there definitely wasn't a plan to make bold decisions, and what will be will be. It's not. We definitely weren't gung ho about it, but we made the best decision that we thought at the time with all the information that we had available. And obviously, the buck stops with me. That's on me and Robbo and the guys that are making those decisions. But I suppose they were two very different decisions. The Essex one was sort of damage limitations with the bowlers that we'd lost throughout the year. The amount of runs we were ahead, it shouldn't really have mattered whether we followed on or not. I suppose any innings in any game, if you get bowled out for 90, you're going to be struggling. You know, the games come around that thick and fast in the summer that you've just got to move on. And the Somerset one was actually the opposite. It was like, right, come on, we're mid-table at the minute. If we win this game, we're still right in the hunt to challenge up there. I know Surrey are running away with it, but we can catch, you know, second, and if we go on a mad run, we can even still challenge them like Somerset did in the end. So that one was more aggressive and bold, like you said, and I don't think we batted particularly well on day 3 there. You know, we were ahead of the game, we were trying to set it up. We could have accelerated a little bit more on day 3. That's no individual's fault, but could have accelerated a bit more on day 3 and had sort of 450 on the board, and that's a different game. The pitch definitely flattened out, and yeah, they played really well. And sometimes I'm more happy with that decision because it was on the positive side. We always try and plan to win. We want to be aggressive. Those are our sort of principles inside the dressing room, and we stuck to that. And those are the ones that, you know, they really hurt, but the decision making behind it was positive and trying to win. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of the expectation, we're well aware of it, and we place that on ourselves. It's not just the fans or the history or whatever placing that expectation on us. It's we put that on ourselves as well, and we plan to win all 3 comps, and that's where we should be. We're not a team that, you know, I'm sure there's teams out there that go, right lads, you know, this year will be a good year to stay up. That's not us. We're a massive county. We should be aiming to win trophies, and moving forward we still have the same expectations, and we want everyone else to still have the same expectations of us, and all we can do is work really hard this winter and try and put them right next year.